Very quickly, let me get to Jared Halpern from Fox News Radio. Jared, how are you?
Good.
Boy, I tell you what, things change in Washington this last couple of weeks with breakneck speed. Now we have Democrats boycotting a couple of cabinet picks.
Well, I'm not sure boycott's the right word, but they're certainly delaying these votes, and we saw that play out today with the Attorney General nominee, Jeff Sessions. The Judiciary Committee was expected to vote on that nomination. Democrats were able to use sort of a rarely used arcane Senate rule to delay that vote until at least tomorrow. Essentially, there's this rule that says that committees can't meet for more than 2 hours after the start of the legislative day. It is almost always waived, that rule.
Okay.
It was not today, and so the Judiciary Committee at about 2 o'clock had to pack it up, and they'll try and complete this tomorrow after Senate Democrats really laid into their opposition to Sessions. And a lot of it has to do less with Sessions directly and certainly more about the broader picture about what they see happening at the Justice Department. Obviously, the development overnight with the firing of Yates and things like that.
But correct me if I'm wrong, I guess what I was talking about was, didn't they decide not to show up to a couple of committee votes on Steve Mnuchin and Price?
That's part of what they're doing, yeah.
Okay.
They're denying a quorum.
Okay, right.
And it's sort of the same tactic, right? You drag these committee hearings on long enough that they just have to end by Senate rule. And so, again, it's probably not a long-term strategy, but it is coming up to work. It is sending a message, and it should be noted it's all happening before the biggest of nominations is coming down from the president this evening with the Supreme Court nominee.
Yeah, Elaine Chao got she was approved today, correct?
Yeah, overwhelmingly. I think it was 92-6 to be the transportation secretary. Elaine Chao is a former labor secretary under President George W. Bush, the longest-serving labor secretary, I think, since World War II, who happens to be the wife of the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
That didn't hurt.
It helps.
It helps. What about Tillerson?
Interestingly, the second woman to be married to a Senate Majority Leader to also be both a labor secretary and a transportation secretary.
Really? Who's the first?
Dole has the same distinction.
Ah, yes. I'd almost forgotten about that. That's interesting. Is Rex Tillerson going to get a vote anytime soon?
It should be set up for tomorrow. He was able to clear the initial cloture vote yesterday. That sets up a 30-hour window, so presumably that vote, unless time's yielded back, and I can't imagine in this environment it will be, it should pave the way for his confirmation vote tomorrow. He'll just need a simple majority. He obviously got that at the cloture level, so expect Rex Tillerson to probably get that confirmation vote tomorrow.
So is it your belief, based on your reporting, Jared, that if the Democrats decide they're going to hold up one of these nominations, are they just going to wait for the Supreme Court, or do you think one of his cabinet picks, they're going to go to the mat on it?
Well, the only one that they can really block pending a rule change in the Senate is the Supreme Court, because the other nominees only need 51 vote thresholds to clear. So at a certain point, these votes are going to happen. They're going to hit the Senate floor. It may take longer than the White House would like because of different delay tactics that are at the disposal in the United States Senate, but those votes are going to happen. It only takes 51, so unless there are unless there are a handful of Republicans who decide not to vote for the nominee, they're going to get confirmed. Now, what's different is that the Supreme Court, the nuclear option, does not apply to a Supreme Court nominee. So a Supreme Court nominee is still going to have to hit 60 votes to break a potential filibuster.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we will wait and see if Democrats are willing to do that. That would be a fairly unprecedented move. You don't see filibusters at that level. But again, Democrats are awfully angry still about the way that President Obama's nominee was handled over the last several months.
Very good. Jared Halpern, thanks for your reporting on this. I appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Yep, have a great day. Jared Halpern from Fox News Radio there. Chuck Schumer, I'm starting to believe, is capable of anything. I don't think there's any any depth to which this guy won't go to try to stop one of these nominees, particularly the Supreme Court. He's so hacked off that the last guy had to wait and didn't get a vote, that he's going to try to exact some sort of revenge out of whoever the nominee is, Thomas Hardiman, whoever it is. No matter how reasonable that person may be, they're going to try to bork them. You know they will.
Pause may be necessary.
Had to slow that down because that was Chuck back when Obama was still president, agreeing that a pause in this refugee plan might be necessary. It was okay when Obama was going to do it. There's no way Trump can pull it off, apparently. All right, to your phone calls here in just a couple of minutes. Why don't we go ahead and give away some Deep Purple tickets? Caller number 12. How about that? Caller number 12, 314-969-9797. Deep Purple with Alice Cooper. They're coming in September to the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Tickets go on sale Friday. You can win them here first, or you can go to 971talk.com for more information.